What change? What do you mean, what change? William Rogers, how's it going? Hi, Lorenzo. How are you? Good, that's good. Cat is here, of course. You left me already. Level 1. All these level up? They level up. Guess I can make myself start with a bow. Triple. Boss. That's elite. Shop elite. Or no. What about regular chest elite? Champion, regular chest, regular chest, regular. Analysis. Analyze them. Big analysis. Where's my Ninja Stars? Z06 or McLaren? I don't know what a Z06 is, if I'm being honest. I'm not really a car person, though. If you had to ask me about cars, I would say a Duesenberg 20 grand. That's what I would say. Yeah, Duesenberg 20 grand. That's the one. Crossbow. Surely you can sell this crap, right? I feel like... I'm just accumulating poop in here. Thunderstaff. Orbits around me? No, no. I guess I can take that. Crossbow. Crossbow. All the crossbow. Multi-head. What? Is it? Clumsy. Surely I don't need clumsy. Oak and Grain, how's it going? Yeah, I don't know what it's gonna be. I'm getting I'm getting to I'm getting to the bottom of bottles I haven't reviewed, I think. I review twice as many bottles as I open, so eventually it's supposed to catch up. But I think I've only reviewed about half of them. So I'm not really sure what's left exactly. Max health, increased damage, decrease health, decrease food healing, decrease health multiplier. Although it, I think my 50th review will be on Monday, so we're almost at a big breaking point. Once I do the 50th one, then we'll start, I can't wear this, can I? I'll start doing some, recap. Yeah, 50 on Monday. Although there's bigger news than that. If you're in the Discord, I just posted it, but so you know how I was saying the other day about technically it's illegal for me to purchase alcohol from other provinces? Well, because of this whole Donald Trump thing, they're supposed to be trying to remove interprovincial trade barriers. So, the New Brunswick government tabled an amendment to the Liquor Control Act. And I'll read it to you. It's not law yet, but it's tabled. And goodbye money. Yeah, that's basically what it says. It says a consumer may import into the province from another province or territory of Canada prescribed by regulation for consumption in a residence liquor purchased by the consumer from a person authorized by law to sell the liquor in that province or territory. So if they pass this amendment, basically there is no rules for me to purchase any alcohol within Canada. Doesn't help me purchase from outside of Canada, but within Canada, it's free reign. And I mean, to be honest, I was already sort of doing that anyway, but it won't be illegal anymore, which is the point. So that's Big Pog. Now, it's not law yet, in theory. It's just a tabled amendment. But, you know, with majority governments, usually that just goes in eventually after they read it a few times. So, yeah, that's big. That's big shit. Because we were the most controlled province, and we now might be the least controlled province. Except for Alberta. I guess Alberta is the least controlled because people just fucking sell liquor off on the fucking corner out there. But even Ontario, like you're not allowed to buy outside of the province. I think in Ontario you're only allowed to buy outside of the province if you buy it directly from the distillery. That's the only way you're allowed to do it, or something like that. Otherwise, you have to like go to the LCBO and get them to import it for you from another province. Like, it's just nonsense. But yeah, big. That's some big stuff. But yeah, 50. I think Monday will be number 50. And then we'll do some recap of the 50 reviews we've done so far. I kind of hate how, for some reason, I can't see this item unless I take it off. Why is that? It's like kind of buggy. There we go. Yeah. Totally law-abiding. Oh, the other news, well, it's not really news, but I almost got one of those Springbanks. You know how we were talking about they were dropping Springbanks? I had Springbank 15 in my cart, and I was thinking about how much I wanted to spend, and then it sold out. So I did almost buy a Springbank, but I didn't. I think really I should have just, if I really wanted, I just had to just click buy and just buy it. But I almost had a Springbank. And I knew that I shouldn't wait around with it in my cart, but it was like, I put it in my cart and I was like, it's that much. Do I really want to? Do I? I guess I lost my chance. It wouldn't have been the most expensive bottle I ever bought. The problem was that in order to make the order worth it, I had other stuff in there, and the total amount of money is not really what I wanted to spend. I was like, well, that's quite a lot. I am not worried. We'll get a Springbank eventually. We'll get some Springbanks around here. Eventually. The goal for today is to not be sleepy. That's the real goal. Fucking hell. It's a hard task, though. Ooh, fire spirit. It's kind of rough because, like, work's been sort of kicking my ass. We're in that period where, like, we need to hire some more people. But they haven't hired the people yet. They're currently hiring the people. So there's more work than there is people. Which means I end up doing more work. It's not good, you know? We don't like that. More work, same pay. Yeah, exactly. Fucking more work, same pay. Fuck. Don't you just love that? More work, same pay. The best part is when you do other people's work, but you don't get their pay. How does that work? how does that make any sense? What weapons do I have? Bow and crossbow. I don't really want this katana. I kind of thought, like... This thing has, like, a shit range, doesn't it? Spear? Oh, it shoots in the range. Yeah, I don't want a thing that shoots in my targeted direction. I'm lazy. That's why we didn't take that Goblin Shaman stick. I'm like, kind of lazy. I don't want to, like, aim something. Make it in your butt is in the way. Thank you. Oh, don't. Oh. I see what you're trying to do. No. No. She's trying to steal my red banks. I saw her. She was trying to jump up to the red banks and steal them. Wait. Amareza? Is that right? I'm sorry. I butchered that terribly. Amareza. I think that's right. We zooming. I want lightweight. Yeah, give me fucking lightweight. Blood coat. Base health regen. Sure, man. I don't need health regen. We're just gonna get guillotine again. Uh-oh. What did he do? Is he not feeling good or is he not feeling good? Classic. Yeah, I think he's not feeling good, quote unquote. Well, child's coming home. For a reason, probably he doesn't want to go to school.
Excellent.
He seemed absolutely fine earlier. What? Should I wait to find out if he's sick? Right, well, but that's not for several hours. Okay. Good reason, to be honest. Yeah. He's quite manipulative. He kind of knows if he acts a little sick, then they'll send him home. He has a little meme where he goes like, he like spits on the ground and then says, "I'm nauseous, I'm gonna puke." And if you don't know him, it really looks like he's seriously gonna be ill. Got that from the cats. Fucking Mosley. Boiling blood. Wait, I have to take this, don't I? Increase your final power by 50% of your missing health. It's not even good. I have to have missing health for it to do something. I guess if I take it though, I just get 30% more maximum health multiplier just anyways. I just happen to be missing health right now anyway, so it does actually work, but what's my crit right now? 66.2. Size up. Size up. Chicken statue. I don't want this ever. Reroll it. Boots. Ooh, a huge boots upgrade. Orc statue. Boiling blood again? Holy shit. How much health do I have? I mean, I guess that's pretty good. The real problem right now is I don't have enough like radius to pick up all this shit. I do have the thing that says like every so often I get a sucker, but I don't like know where it is. I can't like see it in the fucking grass. Well, I don't know how the scaling is going to go from here, but things seem like they're going really well right now. In fact, it's kind of illegal. Double XP gain. Where's my vacuum? Oil. 117 light armor. Boom. But yeah, I get the weird feeling that he's still going to be going to his grandmother's today. It's a weird feeling, but I feel like that's going to be the case. I need a vacuum. Bad. Very badly. Where's the vacuum? Fine, icicles. There it is! Woo! Projectile speed multiplier. Projectile duration multiplier reduced. I mean, that's probably fine, right? It's gonna make it harder for me to, like, pick up stuff again, though. God damn it. I need magnets like no one's business. Those leggings suck. Oh, they're there. They're good. Blacksmith or a shop? How do you know the difference? Crystal sword. Do I have a weapon slot left? I do. I want a ranged weapon, but... Slash is in the aimed direction. I already hate it. No, I won't add you on Discord, weirdo. Icicle. Range. Durability, sure. Rerolled and I can't buy any of this. I'm stupid. My range is a little obscene. Can't really see any monsters. This is some true gaming. Here you goblin fuck. I'm hitting him from off the screen. Whoa! Whoa! Careful! Whoa! Holy shit. Unknown one. How's it going? This is shit. Why did I put that on? Achievements. High achiever, are ya? Two, 6, 7? What does that mean? How many is there? I don't know. All right. Let's go. Boom, boom. Boom. Boom, boom. Boom. Sure. Yeah, it's probably some that are pretty gnarly, I would imagine. There we go. I needed one of those. S rank soul shop. Is that like particularly difficult or something? At this point, I'm trying to, like, you know, find monsters on my screen. You know? Hello? Hello, monsters? Any monsters around here? Seems like there's some monster pellets. I guess there's no monsters here. They die at spawn, it would seem. Demdula, how's it going? Ah. We just gotta follow the direction our arrows are arrowing in. It's the XP that's the issue, you know? We need to make sure we're getting some XP. Um, I think my build's doing it. I don't know, I could be wrong, but at this time, it seems like the build's working. Yeah, it actually might be to a fault, because if I can't pick up the fucking XP pellets, it's kind of a problem. Oh, I saw a guy. I saw a guy on my screen. I saw him. He was right there. I don't think I want any of these. Colossal strength. I could take this. It would reduce my projectile speed multiplier. I might be able to see things. Let's take it. See if we start to see enemies. Nope. Still can't see him. Thick skin. You know, I don't think I need any thick skin. Strange as that sounds. I just need to be able to collect as many pellets as possible. Let's see.
Yeah, she's probably put your home.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting to see some monsters now. That's entertaining. Reach at least 3,000 max health. Do I have 3,000 max health right now? Holy shit. I wasn't even trying to do that. Yeah, it's fine like that. Alacrity? Sure. Health regen, knockback base power, max health multiplier. Yeah. 7,299. Beer just went up your nose. Craigs, that's not how you drink that. What kind of beer you having? Is it a Blue Ribbon? Corona? Miller Lite, yeah, that sounds accurate. Miller Lite, brother. I don't want an arcane beam. Ooh, fractal. Hell potion. Wisdom of the Forgotten. Banishes or removes most soul cards that increase your XP gain. But your XP goes into the ceiling. Sure. Whatever I'm doing, it seems like not quite fair. And then again, I do believe that is the intended way to play. Hey, that bird didn't die. All bird must die. Give me worm gland. Yep, I'm a cheater. Give me that hand of the cheater. Big cheats. There you go. There's a better circle. Dense blood. Max health multiplier up. Health regen up. Move speed down. Oh, the ring of fire. Explosive vial. Throw vials full of explosive substances in the aimed direction. Why is it always the aimed direction? That seemed pretty good. Give me this, though. Death aura. Holy frig. Divine Smite. Synergy with absolute focus and analysis. Critical hits instantly kill non-boss enemies when their health is below 13. Plus base critical. I mean, sure. Didn't get anything good. Don't look like it. Projectile damage scales with projectile size. Increase damage by 0.5 for each. 1% increase of projectile size. What is my projectile size? Oh, it's quite big. Wait, no, that's small, right? That's reduced. Rock and stone. Rock and stone to the bone. Oh, I'll take it anyway. Some max value, he says. Some max value. Getting ads for constipation relief again? Man, they don't know you very well, do you? Do they? Thinking long term, say a month.
He's about to pop.
I'm a Prime customer. What's above being a Prime customer?
Whoa, what's above being a Prime customer? Thank you for being a customer. I really appreciate it. That's some value. I gotta say, look, you get some extra value too. Extra value here, okay? Look. Boom. Look, you pick your favorite in green, and we'll add it to our community bottle, our community infinity bottle. Your favorite. They all got pictures. I know you like pictures. Thanks, Larry. I appreciate it, man. I need to increase my projectile size now. That's right. You pick absolutely anything in green on that list. Anything in green. And it'll go into the community pot. Alright, excellent. I know I can trust you to improve the value of our community bottle. My man is really slow. What's my movement speed? It's bad. Hey, don't you like that? The Big Smoke 50? It's got some big smoke, that's for damn sure. That's one thing that not many people have done, is put a smoky one in there. I think there's some Ardbeg Wee Beastie in there, but I think that's about it. Other than like some Johnny Walker Black Label. You could. You could do that. Yeah, that's more Woodford in there. Well, this guy's like shield phase, doesn't last very long. All of his little guys just die. I'm being sucked in. What the hell? Crown Royal, yeah, that's an option too. It's a little, what do you call it? Citrusy, that one. We had it not that long ago. I tried it again not that long ago. It's a little citrusy, that Crown Royal. What is this being put on? Shuriken and bow. Maybe it should be on hit on this. Yeah, we do have some Canadian bourbon. Have you seen our Canadian bourbon? Ooh. Yeah, the ones that are not green will basically say for the price of those ones, you'd have to level up your subscription. That's all. That's all that is. I can barely see these things. Champion on this side. No, I think that was just a vote. I think we just voted for that one. Every Wednesday I open something. But for 30K, we can open something extra. But there's inflation, you know. It was 25K. If that gets redeemed a lot, I have to inflate the value a little bit for my own fiscal policy. Oh, my man's so fat and slow. Bright crystal. We're getting corrupted, dude. Shelter point, smoke point. Sure, that's a good one. We can do that. Absolutely. That's a good one, too. Let's re-roll that shit. Oh, kunai? Is that it? Sure, that can be it. You've had Crown Royal single malt before? Surely not. Yeah, you've had Crown Royal. Most people have. Click on the image there. Click on it. You'll see. Skip the next stage along any available path. I don't think I would ever want to use that, but yeah, more kunai. It's been so long since I had a regular Crown Royal, but when we had that particular Crown Royal single malt, I think it was last week or yeah, I think it was somewhere in the middle of the week last week. It basically has similar like creamy sweet Canadian elements, but it also has like some kind of like citrus character to it. It's a little bit citrusy. You get like kind of like a lemon zest, lemony thing in it too. So it's a little, it's got a little bit of something different. It's not that spicy or anything, and it doesn't have the same like grainy notes that you get from like a grain whiskey because it's single malt, but it's like a little bit more fruitier and citrusier, if that makes any sense. Let's take these gloves off. Put these gloves on. That makes sense, right? Shelter point, smoke point. You got it. Lock it in. Lock and load. All right, here's this thing. Hmm. Oh, by the way, um, there is extra bonus content. Okay, there's some extra bonus content waiting for you in our Discord lounge. All right, we have a couple premium channels in there just for you, just for your perusal. It includes my personal behind the scenes channel, the Inside Scoop, where we post some extras, and also you get unfeathered access to XXX Mosley fans content. So if you want to see Mosley bare all in all his glory, you've unlocked access to Mosley fans. I like smooth as I hate to admit it, but when it's too harsh, it's too harsh. Yeah. Um, Not joining other discords until I'm more active in the ones I'm in now. Man, I just like what? Look, you know we've been pimping that cat out. There's a few Adria pictures in there too. There he is. There's the man. Yeah, let me get a funnel. I'll be right back. Yeah, I don't know how long it usually takes for that Discord sync to. You have to have your account synced up, obviously, but I'm sure you do. That Discord sync to give you the permissions or whatever. But where's my screwdriver? Yeah, pretty much how I handle Discord is like I just join a billion servers, and if I don't feel compelled to use them, I just put them in like some category and I never see them again unless I get pinged. Apparently, there's a limit to how many Discord servers you can join. I didn't know that. I can't remember if I've ever actually hit that limit or not. All right. Bong. So for our friend Mr. Thor Q, we have the Shelter Point Smoke Point, Vancouver Island, Canadian single malt whiskey. And again, this is about 5 years ex bourbon, and it is then aged for 2 years, I believe. I think it's actually no, it's we're not sure. We're not sure how many years, but for some amount of time in a barrel smoked with Vancouver driftwood. So that is the special bit with this particular whiskey is it's a Vancouver driftwood smoked barrel. And I think it's this now it's the second highest nose score I've ever given because I think I gave a higher score to that Lafroig Cartridge when I reviewed it, but it is an excellent nose. The nosing on this, excellent. Um, just for oh, I can find it easily. Man. Stupid search. There it is. On the nose, this one we wrote malt sea spray, maple bacon, fresh cut and grilled apple, ocean air, spiced honey, dusty books, cinnamon, wood smoke, cigar box, graham cracker, digestive cookie, tobacco, varnished whitewood, wood glue, and marshmallow. If you can believe it, we hit all those on this one in some form or another. Boom. Thank you, sir. See if I can get this back in there. Fuck. There it is. Yeah, it's a great whiskey too. I think we gave this a what? 73 out of 100? That's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. But yeah, whenever Twitch wants to bless you with the linked permissions, we'll have your extras in there. Blood pimps himself out 6 days a week. I guess that's kind of true. Sometimes 7. What the fuck is this? Fuma Shuriken. Projectile bounces off enemies into other enemies. Fuck, we gotta pick that. Oh, it fucking fused my other two things together. Does that mean I can have a new weapon? Seems like it. Cardio? Durability? Shuriken? Shuriken? This DPS seems kind of poop, though. Do we get an upgrade? What is that? That's poop. What the heck? The Rune of Heaviness. I don't know if I reroll and be able to buy anything. Well, in some ways, this run hasn't been very entertaining because whatever our build is, it's like kind of too OP and it's just blowing everything up off of the screen. Oh, I get explosive vial now, I suppose. I don't know if that's it still. Fuck it, I'll take it. Area? Acid coating? Power, defense, defense, shredding? Where have you been all my life? Did I need to pick explosive vial to get this? Shit, I need this thing. Make your Discord server profile look badass. Yeah, the one that I have is like I stole that art from some guy like years ago. It's just like a badass piece of art. I don't know like what artist that is really. I think it's like his name's like Dubois or something like that, but it's just like a badass piece of art. And of course, if you if you do click my profile, you can see my horde of video games, or not video games, board games in the background. Except that's like that's an old picture. I think my horde of board games is worse than that now. But oh, I see it. Yeah, you got an animation. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I probably should. Well, yeah, I could take an updated picture of that of the board games, but it's too many. Upon bringing a crate, increase your area capped. Oh, bring a crate, eh? Just give me more of this. Fuck it. Actually, probably don't need more XP, for being honest. I do need this thing. Just gonna level out my vials, I guess. We're near the end here anyway. I think. Or are we? Actually, I'm not sure if there's another whole stage after this or not. Well. There's no way this is like looking fine on the stream. Holy fuck. It's probably a mess. Oh my god. Looks kind of bad, does it? I kind of assumed it would look something like baby food. Reach at least 999% attack speed. Okay, we got there. I don't know what's happening, to be honest. I'm just pressing the space bar and things are dying around me. Oh, this thing's not dead instantly. We gotta turn around. I don't want to concentrate. The vial? Oh, that's the only one I can put it on? Yeah, okay. That's fine. Well, this run's going, at least. I haven't really, like, taken damage in a while. I feel like maybe that's not necessary. Sure, we'll take that thing. Rune of Luck. Weapon's critical chance is rolled 2 times instead of once. Is my crit like 100 though? Oh, it's not. Well, okay then. This is something. The worst part is this is pretty replicatable, I'm pretty sure, what I'm doing right now. Why is something saying new? Don't tell me new. Nothing happened. Holy shit. Lose 25% of your pickup range, and the lost pickup range is converted to final area size. I mean, sure. Why not? I don't need this much pickup size. These volatile explosions are going to be really big. Not that they're necessarily even doing much. A downgrade. What about this ring? Meh. Should we limit break? Crossbow? What's doing the most damage right now? Oh, the shuriken actually is. Alright, let's not break the shuriken. The necromancer! Hey, Fred. I see you were playing that Immortals thing. I don't know what that is, but I seem the concept seemed kind of cool. I've never heard of that game before. Where are all these guys? This guy's minions, man. Where are all his guys, dude? It's taking too long for his little guys to die. Only on Xbox. Oh, okay, that explains it. So I was thinking, like, well, if it's a co-op roguelite, sometimes that's what we call an MMORPG. I was curious how it was different. Someone got your card number? Ooh. That's yucky. You know, yeah, it could be one of those, like, stupid fucking things where, like, they put a thing, like, someone, like, goes to a store and, like, puts a little reader on the, like, pin pad. That can happen. I never had it happen to me, but that's definitely a thing that can happen. And, like, the store, like, doesn't even know. Yeah, skimmer, yeah, some shit like that. That's terrifying, actually. At this point, I don't usually, like, ever put my card in any machines, but I wonder if, like, that's actually a bad thing. Like, if they read NFID, you know what I mean? Security wallets? Yeah, that might be smart. I actually need a new wallet. Mine's fucking falling apart. I've had it for, like, longer than my relationship, I think. It's literally, like, falling completely apart. The wallet that I have. It's like, you shouldn't be able to see cards. That's supposed to be opaque. So, I probably need a new one. But all over top of card reavers? Yeah, that's what I mean, right? Like, it's... They got all kinds of tricks these days, man. 126 ring? I need more negative movement speed multiplier in my life. Fuck it. It's just like a plain old leather wallet that I've had, like, probably for like 20 years. And the funny thing is, I did actually order a new one like 2 or 3 years ago, and then someone stole the package from the lobby. So I never got it, and then I was just like, fuck it, I'm not ordering another one. I should probably go get an actual nice one. I don't want a fucking blacksmith, I want a fucking shop. Ugh, what do I do? Go champ? I kind of want elite and chest. And elite and chest. And then we're stuck going down this way. Fuck, and I can't get this guy. Oh no, don't give me that. I guess it's just this. That's fine. I don't know if I've done this one before. Oh no, I have. I've done this one once. I did this one yesterday. I was falling asleep. I was like fucking so out of it, but I did it. This is what, B? What tier is this? B or A? Can't remember if I'm on B or A. Frankly, I don't remember if it's B or A. I think it's B. I kind of thought these higher tiers would actually be harder, but they're actually not. Oh yeah, I should probably do those, yeah. I've just been like unlocking the tiers, I guess. Yeah, I looked at those challenges and then they totally like escaped my brain. It's like when I played Balatro I looked at those challenges and then I forgot they existed. And I was watching Thor, and Thor unlocked the challenges, and he was like, "Man, look, challenges!" And I was like, "What? There's challenges in the game?" I totally forgot. I should get Front to Shadow too. I'm bad at this part, but there he is. There's Friend, Mr. Thor. He'll blast through him at this point? Yeah, maybe. I don't really have that many. Oh, I don't think I want that. No, fuck that. I don't think I have that much meta progression, really. I just, yeah, Thor plays all kinds of stuff. Good dude. Thor followed my channel in 2015. That's the reason that he and I connected. Upon killing a monster, 20% chance to create an eruption of magma that damages nearby enemies and burns them. Okay. Wait, is that an A tier chest? Is this on A? Maybe it has to be. I don't know. I do not want that belt. Yeah, I don't want that. Yeah, mostly. I think Thor mostly plays like bigger games. Like he plays like Counter Strike and WoW. He's doing a Skyrim playthrough. Sometimes he's on like strategy games like Legion TD and stuff like that. He's on every night, graveyard hours. Except for Wednesday. Not Wednesday. Range, low pressure. Range, low pressure. I don't think I need range. Let's just click this. Let me read this again. This gives me corruption, that's why I'm not taking it. Fucking around with corruption another time. Oh, that's right, I gotta text my mother. Almost forgot. I'll just stand here. Surely I'll be fine. Oh, it's I leveled up apparently. On the way at the door? Yeah, I kind of figured as much. I kind of ambushed you. You tried to lurk and I ambushed you. Alright. Appreciate you, Fred. Have a good day, man. Base power. What's this? Heal me. How much health do I have now? Oh, only 33k. Alright. Lunatic. 53 base power, defense piercing multiplier, area multiplier, minus defense multiplier. I mean, for 10 corruption? I don't know. I'm just gonna click on it to make things interesting. I basically have no armor, but I have 33k health, so I mean, surely that's fine, right? How much is this corruption doing right now? Tripled enemy health. That's like quite a bit. I probably didn't need to do that. Accumulation. Man, it's so hard to like know at this point what all these numbers are fucking doing. We're just clicking on stuff. I have to use my brain to try to find these little fucking teeth on the ground, dude. I can't see shit. Alright, we did it. There's that void spirit. I guess there's no reason why I can't take this anymore. My armor is already fucking 0. Might as well take it. Oh god, I definitely cannot take that. To be very, very careful that I never take overworked. It would be really bad. It would be really, really bad. Champions. They're already dead. What champions? Lose max health? No, no. Hear all that shit. I think I want merge. Wonder how much that gives me. Probably a shit ton. 142, 153. That's good enough, really. I have 3 slots. Can I sell? What do I sell? Oops, I changed my shoes on accident. Oh, these are killer. I don't know how to do anything with my equipment. I don't even know if there's anything else I can really conceivably get. So it says I'm full on equipment. Now what do I do? Complete milestones in the bestiary? Okay. Each banished soul card increases your base power. I guess there's no downside. No space in inventory. What happened to them? They just poof? Yeah, they seem to have just poofed. I don't know what I can do about that. Pulling up so much. Sure. Man, we're gonna be here for a while. I just realized it's only 41 out of 2 minutes. The levels take significantly longer simply because there's so much leveling up going on. Pause the timer to consider our selection every time. Let's just get that other one maxed. Those other ones go up to 99. 999. 999. The other one goes up to 4. Costs are ridiculous. I'm starting to get that, like, that feeling you get when you play Path of Exile and you feel like your character's invincible. Where you kind of know in the back of your mind that you'll get one shot at any time. I get the feeling that I wouldn't be surprised if I randomly get one hit. How do I get rid of my gear? Like, I want to take this one out. Get rid of this one. Because I want those pants. You don't understand, like, how do I get rid of something? If I press delete, nothing happens. This just equips it, and I don't want to do that. Try to press some random buttons. I don't know. Because this is gonna poof now. That's annoying. Okay, boss. At this point, I'm not really sure what will happen if I get hit, so... How much health do I have? 141k. I'm not sure if, like... Well, I have 0 defense is the thing. Like, actually 0. Like, I think it's negative. So I don't actually know what will happen if I get hit. I don't know. He died. Oh, that's so good. Portal shard. Manor of Everlasting Memories? Oh no, there's another zone. Another zone to this one. Number go up, dude. So far up. I really don't want the fucking anvil, but... Well, these things aren't dying instantly. That's kind of weird. Wait, are they respawning? Oh, they're respawning. That's what's happening. Yeah, I can't remember what the character I did yesterday was doing. I was so fucking sleepy. Queen's Blood. Increase your max health multiplier by 2% for each level of soul cards with a wild tag. Oh my sweet lord. So I currently have 143k health. Now how much do I have? Somehow it went down. What? Oh. 300k. Okay. That sounds about right. Increase your time scale by 5%. Reduce the damage you receive by a bunch. Scales with your final power. I'm probably supposed to take that. Increasing my time scale seems good. Yeah, let that evaporate because I don't know how to manage my inventory because the game didn't tell me. Okay, so I more than doubled my hit points. And I did something to my time scale. What's the math here? I think this is better. I apologize for this viewer experience. I don't think live streaming was meant for games like this. Like I said, these elites aren't dying immediately, so that's kind of weird. There's no way that's correct to click on. Oh, uh-oh. These things are not dying instantly. Very concerning. The game is fucking lagging. Reduces champion and boss health by 30%. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I can't pick those up. Because I don't know how to delete stuff out of my inventory. Let's reroll. I think they're still dying pretty fast, but... I just know that my defense is 0. It's like negative, so... I'm just not sure if I start getting hit, if I'm going to take damage or not. My health number seems stupid, but... what the way scaling is in games like this, man, I have no clue. Maybe they'll start hitting me for like thousands of damage. I'll start clicking on these crappy damage nodes, I guess. Piercing defense multiplier might be reasonable. Since things are staying alive. Kind of feels like the elites only die if my crossbow targets them. That might be what's happening. Holy frig. Yeah, I actually said that, like, I think right before you showed up, is I was I'm getting this feel in my brain that reminds me of PoE, where, like, I think my character is actually invincible, because it has 581k over half a million hit points. And then eventually I'm just going to get one hit. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point here, I eventually just get one hit out of nowhere. Like, my health bar never moves until I get one hit. I won't be surprised, because that would almost be expected. That being said, these elites are dying significantly slower than they were in the last stage or whatever, last zone, or I'm not sure what this is called, zone, I guess. So. Yeah, I can show you when I'm done broadcasting, bud. I thought you were going to stay at school. Because part of the thing too is I have this item that says, like, anytime I take damage, I'm invincible for 4 seconds on a 12-second cooldown. So I don't know if this thing is just, like, saving me. Eventually it's going to be on cooldown and I'm going to get hit, right? That's why I have this green bubble, is because I got hit and then I'm invincible. I'm hoping this piercing polish maybe helps me pierce, helps me get some more damage in. Wait, I'm over regened now? I have over 1 million banked hit points then. Surely I'm not going to get hit for like 1.5 million, right? Almost maxed out on that practice node. Caps at 30 clicks. I'm at 29. Yeah, this pretty much just feels like PoE, to be honest. I might as well be playing PoE. Only a few more left. Defend the shopkeeper. Um, yeah, I'm not really like in danger of getting hit, it would seem. I could limit test. I could let some things hit me and just see if I take damage. Bop. Okay. Forged iron, durability, sharpening stone. Taking damage increases your power multiplier by 50%. Why not? Honor and will. Rust. Reroll. Man, these things just never end. Is this a triple? This is a triple. Things are very, very crazy. The game is so laggy. More. Even more power. Yeah, see, I think what happened is I procced this thing that when I take damage, my multiplier is increased by 50%, and it just ascended me a little bit. Doubles your damage, minus 60% max health multiplier. Surely I cannot click on that. I don't want to risk clicking on that. Limit break. What do we limit break? The fire spirit? What does that do? Double ignites them? Just limit break the crossbow. Fuck it. They couldn't even fill the blacksmith with items for me to buy. Okay. Did you already talk about it? I didn't talk about it, but I did know about it. Basically, something blew up in the boiler room. But the thing is when I read about it, it didn't seem like that big of a deal, so I didn't really think to mention it. But yeah, there was something blew up in the Lefroy boiler room, and they did call the fire department, who extinguished a small fire. So I don't know what it was, but small fire doesn't sound like a big deal. Audio's popping pretty bad. Yeah, maybe. Huh. One of the things that I know about this filter, let me turn down the audio a little bit. One of the things I know about this filter is if for some reason, if the GPU is not working very hard, the filter pops a lot. So I don't know if it's related to that or not. Is it popping like right now, or was it popping always? Seems better now. Okay. There was a weird thing. So basically what happens is my background audio gets filtered through an NVIDIA audio filter. But one of the things I noticed in my recordings is that there was pops in it, and one of the fixes, which was strange, is basically if you have nothing running on your computer, if for some reason it was worse. So I always like had a game running in the background every time I recorded something to try to like remove this slight popping. But just recently, within like the past 2 weeks, they completely updated this filter. Just, and I assumed they probably fixed the issue, but clearly they haven't fixed the issue. So I don't know why that happens, but basically I turn it off, then there's background noise. Not that much, but more than some amount gets through the noise gate, basically. But yeah, but the other thing I was going to say about Lefroy is I got an email. So since I'm a friend of Lefroy, I'm in their club. I got an email before this thing even happened that basically said they're shutting the distillery down for like a month or two. Normally they do that every year, but they're doing it twice as much this year. They're doing it now and in June or July, I think. So like every other distillery right now, they're shutting down production for a little while, uh, which doesn't really impact anybody because that liquid wouldn't get drank for another minimum 8 to 10 years. So what that does mean is that they have so much stuff in the barrel that they don't think they can sell it all. And that's a good thing for us. That's a good thing for the buyer. Anyway. Vampire Queen. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Should I let her hit me? What the fuck's happening? Oh. What the fuck is happening? Okay. I didn't die. Well, this is pretty cool and all. I think I'm good. Oh, I got hit. Yeah, that's Trillion. I mean, that's never going to hit me. Okay. Nice, a helmet. All right. We did it. I guess. I guess we did it. So A rank. Wait. World rank long. Wait, so that's how I unlocks this. Require normal run or too easy complete 0 out of 20 challenges. What? I have to complete challenges now to unlock this next rank? Interesting. Well, I have a 1.05 million souls to spend. And this is a thing where I can slow down time or something. I can slow time with my dash charges instead of dashing. That's it, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. I guess we won. For now. Had to go help the old lady. Yeah, it seems like it. It seemed like nothing really did damage to me. See, I thought that would just unlock the A rank, but it says I also have to do 20 challenges to unlock the A rank, because that was a B rank. And there's also an S rank. Hopping again. Yeah. I don't know why that is. 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 I Hold on. I can turn it off. I'm assuming. I'm assuming if I do this, it's just gone. Probably it's just gone, right? Yeah, it is this. It is this filter, but I don't really know why it does that. Other than perhaps if I run a game, it won't pop. Or I can turn it off. This is turned off. Because I think I stopped running the game and maybe maybe the load came off of the GPU and now it's like upset. Star, star, star. Oh, man. I'll have to fuck around with it. But they changed the whole... See, the thing with this is, like, when I had it like this, like... You can hear the typing. Because the typing spikes ahead of the noise gate. Yeah, no, yeah, yeah, I was aware of it before, but I didn't aware of it being bad. Because I spend a lot of time listening to my own stream to make sure it doesn't sound like shit. Because that's obviously important to me. But I kind of like thought I had it mostly under control. But then I knew something was going to happen when they changed it. They changed the whole filter app to something completely different. Yeah, it can be. But it just like it just like doesn't make any sense. Like why does should the GPU load being low matter? You know what I mean? Not really. But basically there's a filtering NVIDIA filtering software that I use that filters out keystrokes and mouse clicks because they pop ahead of my noise gate. But it always used to do a weird thing where it would pop. It would create pops in the audio if I was not playing a game. Like if the GPU was on low load, it would create pops in the audio.
Specifically related to the GPU. You know that.
Because this is what everybody says when they use this filter. So basically, anyone who would ever record stuff with this filter, they would turn a game on before they recorded anything.
Balance.
It could be, but they updated the whole software, and they're saying it's popping more now, or something.
I would think that there was self-balance. It's filter's better.
Yeah, well, that's what would make sense, right?
Gremlin's still alive? Oh, Gremlin.
The solution is I need a $700 microphone. That would fix it. We'll just have to we'll just have to cut the whiskey budget for a few months and I'll buy a $700 microphone, okay? It'll fix it. That's all, yeah. Because, like, if you have one of those, like, expensive Shure microphones, you don't need this stuff. The graphics card, it's exactly the price if I was to go down to my local liquor store and buy a and buy a 25-year-old Lafroig cask strength. That's the price. um, well, that's annoying. So you wonder, like, here. I wish I had a better way of knowing if it was popping, other than like listening to the playback. I wish I had a fucking indicator. Yeah. So right now the filter's on, and I'm not running anything. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna boot up a game that's relatively high intensity, but I'm gonna make it, you know, so you can't hear anything. I just because this is how I used to fix it before. What game should I use? Let's turn on Marvel Rivals. Although Marvel Rivals is going to have to fuck around with its shader cache for 3 minutes. Uploading all your hopes and dreams to the NSA? Yeah, maybe. Although it wouldn't be the NSA, it would be it would be the Chinese Communist Party. So if this game's loaded, is it still popping? Or not? That's the question. Every time I used to load a game like this before, it would just stop popping. It would just be fine. Yeah, it's the same problem. It's just, I think what happened is maybe that, maybe that game was like, it was being really crazy, and maybe it actually put so much load on the GPU that it was fucking up the filter. It's NVIDIA software. And the thing is the stupid thing is it works really well until it doesn't. It like works really well except for this one weird popping problem. Um, like it's the kind of thing where like if you were in like a noisy room, like if you were at the bus station and turned this filter on, it would sound like you're in a studio. But the only reason I use it is because it removes the keyboard clicks because I don't want that in the audio. But it's pretty hard to gate that out of the audio and not have it cut off my voice. That's the problem. Cause like I've had, and sometimes the filter's not perfect though. Sometimes the filter does truncate my voice a little bit, and I can tell when I listen to the recording. But I also had times where I rebooted my computer or something, and the filter wasn't running. The broadcast software wasn't running. Um, and I recorded like a review or something and didn't realize that the software wasn't running, and the audio sounds significantly worse because there's so much more noise in the audio. And it really bothered me. None of this is perfect. The solution is a $800 Shure microphone. That's the perfect solution. $800. That's the microphone that all professionals use, is this $800 Shure microphone. Yeah, Mosley fans is gonna have to need it's gonna need some more content. Soundproof Studio? That doesn't help with mouse clicks though. That doesn't help with like keyboard clicks. If I turn the filter off, you can hear my wife really well though. Because it filters out that stuff too. Like if the kid's in the room and he's like right over there, a lot of times with the filter on, you won't even hear him. Yeah, most time, even though you're like my wife will be right there talking to me about something, and it will never come on the audio. But if I turn the filter off, it'll be there. Even though this is a dynamic microphone, it still picks up quite a bit. I intentionally got a dynamic because last one I had was a condenser, and it just picked up the whole fucking street. Um, but yeah, part of it too is this, like you can still hear some of this physical noise. But like, I'll show you how terrible it sounds if I turn the filter off, which I do this all the time. It's part of the reason why I found it in the first place. Look how terrible this sounds now. But those like Shure microphones have like these built-in isolation chambers in them where it's impossible for them to pick up physical noise. That's actually one of the features. Whereas you have to have a shock mount otherwise, but they don't fucking make a shock mount for this microphone. It's one of those things. It's like one of those things that's just it's growing pains about broadcasting. Like you sit there and you're like, well, I can broadcast with like a headset mic and it sounds okay. And there's like none of these problems. But as soon as you upgrade to like an XLR device, you have to learn a whole bunch of stuff and you have to configure a whole bunch of stuff to have it sound like 20% better. Anyway, as long as it's not egregiously popping, we'll do a live review. Heard a bunch of new issues with new hardware. It's a mix of stuff, man. It's like you need new interface, you need new software, you need to like learn a bunch of stuff about them. And then it's kind of like, yeah. And then it's kind of like, yeah, it's, I feel, I'm sure like ever since like Marvel Rivals is running right now. So I'm sure it's working okay. And I think probably what happened is, again, that game was lagging so bad. I think like what happened is it just overworked the GPU and then the filter got angry or something like that. I don't know. The other thing too is like all of my encoding is running off the NVIDIA encoder chip, right? Like it's all running off the GPU. My CPU actually is at 1% load right now. So it's like, I don't know if my understanding is the NVIDIA encoder chip is separate as a separate chip than everything else on the card. So I don't think it should matter. I don't think that should matter, but I'm not a fucking expert. I don't know. Literally, NVIDIA runs my whole setup. I'm never buying an AMD card ever. NVIDIA owns my soul.
The tariff.
It's it's probably more now. Yeah. This is a 4070 Ti Super, so it's not like top of the line, but it's in like the top 5, I think. 2070 Super, I think. Yeah, yeah. What's the I'm curious what the ranking is right now, because this was before the 5000 series came out when I bought this. See, this says it's the eighth strongest card now that the 5000 series is out. Like one, two, three of the cards ahead of it are 5000 series. So when I bought it, it was the fifth most powerful card on the market. Which everything above it is 4080s or above, right? Or there's the AMD RX 7900 XTX, which is like comparable. Hey, you. 5000 series seems crap. Yeah, when I was looking at it, it was like the bench was not worth the increase in price, which is nice because like I didn't know that when I like upgraded. But it's like one of those things with GPUs like where like you just have to like cut you just have to pull the trigger eventually because it's always going to be like, well, in 6 months there's going to be a super series. And then in 6 months there's going to be the next generation. And then in 6 months there's going to be the super series. Like there's always going to be in 6 months a better card. So you kind of just have to pull the trigger at some point. So I'm like kind of glad that looking at the bench at the 5000s, it's not that good. Um, like some of them were like On some games, they were like the same bench as the card before it. That just seems like terrible. Some of them, their like Call of Duty bench was like the same as the generation before it. So it was like, uh, but yeah, I almost got a 4080, but it ended up being 70 TS is what I ended up getting. Yeah, the only thing that was like weird for me is I bought right at the time where the Intel GPUs were being all, or Intel CPUs were being all weird. So I still have an Intel CPU, but I did have to flash it twice to get it onto the firmware that doesn't fucking melt them. Because anytime I've ever had to do rendering, I felt like the Intel CPUs did a better job when I was rendering stuff like on video software. It's not just about games for me, so I've always used an Intel CPU, but I was glad that a hotfix happened because I don't want a fucking melter. Anyway. Let's find a bottle of whiskey. Let's find one. And let's go to food and drink real quick, too. Red Bank. Actually, we haven't reviewed Red Bank yet. That's one, it could be that. I should probably do Red Bank on Monday. That would be the perfect number 50. Especially considering that it's adequately terrible. But there still should be a good, I don't know, 40 or so in here. Matthew J. Autokey. Hi. I'm not going to drink that again. That whiskey sucks. The hot meme about exploring random whiskeys and reviewing them is sometimes some just are shit. And that 20-year-old Canadian Club, it's a shit whiskey, man. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Ooh, that's a 1. That's a 1 there. How about Irish? Oh, usually I put some music on too. Let's get that rocking. Go find a bum on a street. I don't have to do that. Bums sleep in my lobby. Bums get delivered when you live in a fucking tenement. It's not a tenement, but it's just weird though, cause like it's still pretty cold out, and I get off work at ass crack in the morning, and I get into my lobby, and there's a guy sleeping in there like fucking every day now. And it's just like, it's just the smell, man. The other parts aside, it's just the smell. And you got your kid with you, and you got to explain to him why that guy's there. It's a life experience, I suppose. But And I mean, normally they're like pretty nice, like except for like the ones that are like really zombie. Like, I'm sure you know what I mean when I say they're like zombies. There's definitely some zombie apocalypse shit that goes around out here, but most of the time they're like pretty nice. They're just like, hi, how are you? It's like you're sleeping in my lobby, but hi. But yeah, I guess we just keep the bottles just in case, ward off other people. Make a good display of warding off other people off of that particular bottle, or if your relatives come over and they don't know that much, they might be interested in a 20-year-old Canadian club. Very fancy, they might think it drinks so smooth, and I like that. Wow, fancy whiskey. you know you don't have to tell them that you think it's shit. You just have to tell them it's a 20-year-old Canadian club. Wow, 20 years. That shit was distilled when I was in high school. All right. Today, a live review of the Redbreast Lestau Edition. This is a product from the Middleton Distillery, Pinot Ricard product, single pot still Irish whiskey. And this is 46% alcohol, 92 proof, non-chill filtered, and of natural color. We like all those things. And is roughly 9 to 12 years old in ex-Lestau sherry. This Lestau sherry. My understanding, too, is that despite the fact... T-minus 2 minutes. Yeah, she's probably coming. Despite the fact this bottle says a sherry finish on it, and typically when we talk about something that is sherry finished, it says sherry finish. Usually that means it's like in some other barrel, like ex-bourbon, and then finished for like some amount of time in sherry. But my understanding is this bottle is actually 9 to 12 years matured in Lestau sherry. It's not finished. But it does say sherry finish on it, and I think maybe that's just a marketing thing that says, well, hey, it's sherry flavor. That, or I misunderstand, but as far as I know, this is 9 to 12 years exclusively in Lestau sherry, which Lestau is kind of like a brand. It's just a brand of sherry. It's like finished in Coca-Cola. It's not like a particular kind of sherry. It's like a particular brand of sherry. And this is, of course, Redbreast. It's from the Middleton Distillery. So the Middleton has a whole bunch of different products. They make the Jameson series of products. They make the spots, the red spot, green spot, blue spot, yellow spot, etc. And this particular one is single pot still. So they also produce some grain spirit. Any of their Irish whiskeys that are not exclusively single pot still. will have some grain whiskey in them. And single pot still, in a nutshell, what is single pot still? Well, you might think it all comes out of the same pot still, but that's not quite what that means. It means single. Again, single. When we're talking about whiskey, single means single distillery. It doesn't mean it was a single pot, even though that's what it looks like. It's from a single distillery, and it is pot still whiskey. So pot still whiskey is a whiskey that is some percentage malted and unmalted barley, and I believe it has to have. I want to find the ratios real quick. I'm not 100% versed on the exact numbers, but it's a mix of malted and unmalted barley. So it's not single malt where it's 100% malted barley. It's a mix of malted and unmalted. Minimum of 30%, yeah, that's the rule I was looking for. So it can be any combination of malted and unmalted barley, so long as there's at least 30% of either one. So it could be 70-30 or 30-70 or any 50-50, any mix in between. And also, a lesser known fact that I didn't know until a Irish whiskey expert actually told me about this, but pot still is also allowed to have up to 5% of its mash bill in other grains, like corn or oats or anything else, rye. So 5% of the mash bill can actually, in theory, be other grains, but at maximum 5%. So it could have some sprinkling of other grains in there, but it is mostly malted and unmalted barley. And yeah, so the Middleton Distillery, it produces a bunch of different distillates. This Redbreast is a mix of Middleton's light and medium distillate. So the light distillate they produce is crisp and herbal, and the medium distillate is like fruity. So it's a mix of like the light and crisp herbal distillate and the fruity distillate that comes out of Middleton. So that's the gist. It's a sherry version, and it's 46% alcohol, so it's not the 40% from the 12-year-old. Again, the 12-year-old for me, not my favorite. But I think it's because it's a little tame, you know? It's 40%, it's single pot still, it's a little soft and approachable. And I just want more. I want more. Just a little more. All right. So again, we'll rate this at a 100. 25 for the aroma, 25 for the palate, 25 for finish, 10 for texture, and 15 for my personal experience. And natural color, 9 to 12 years ex sherry. I'm assuming it's Oloroso sherry. I don't know this particular Lestau brand that well, but I'm assuming that this is just Oloroso sherry. It could be butts, could be hogsheads, could be whatever. I don't know for sure. I couldn't find if it was butts or not, but it may be butts. It may be butts or hogsheads. I'm not sure. Being said, this glass kind of sucks, but it's alright. I should have looked at the glass before I poured it. The outside is a little scuffed. But you can't even tell on the camera, really. But it's a reasonable color. Again, we try to give it a good... on black, it looks like this, and under my hand, it looks like that, and... Some people do like a white sheet of paper too. Do I have like a white sheet of paper? I don't know what this is, but to like get a good look at the color. There's the true color right there. Look at that. Maybe I should have something set up for that. I don't know, but not a bad color. Huh. So this is not hitting me super duper sherry bomby like I kind of expect. Mosley, you getting into stuff over there? Mosley's causing a ruckus. Again, I do get some dried fruits, and it is kind of like a little raisiny, but it's also like lighter dried fruits like apricot, like dried apricot. There's a little bit of like bready note to it, but there's also kind of like a nutty character about it, like a nuttiness today. And again, I don't usually give a nut related notes, but I've been trying to work on like ones that I know. And it's hard to distinguish nuts for me, but not like peanut nuts, but like just like mixed nuts, the aroma of nuts. Just a slight bit nutty, a little bit of a sweetness to it. But there's a general bready character. But it's not super raisin, like it's not hitting like super raisin date fig for me. It's more like lighter dried fruits. Again, like apricot. Maybe like almost like dried cherry with like maybe some raisin. Like it's kind of like a mix of dried fruits that aren't necessarily all dark fruits. With a little bit of like bready character. A little bit sweet, but not like super spicy or anything. And there's something like, I don't know, almost like warm. It's like a warm about it. It's almost like the bready component is like a warm. Almost like, man, what's a good way to put this? Not like fruitcake, but like, almost like a bready thing with dried fruit in it, but not fruitcake. Like a fruit and nut muffin. I think that's a good one. Fruit and nut muffin. Okay. Like you get a muffin with like dried fruit and nuts in it. And maybe it's like bran or something like that. I think that's a good take. All right. Redbreast Lestau edition on the palette. Let's launch it. I like the palette on this one. Finish is kind of like whatever. I don't remember it being so good, but it's pretty good on the palette. And maybe it's that bump up in ABV. Maybe I'm thinking, maybe my flavor recall is thinking of that 40% 12-year-old. And this being up a little higher proof is really helping. There's a good richness. I'm stuffed up a little bit. There's a good richness to the palate. There was like a, man, it's like that muffin was in the microwave with butter on it. That was like the palette for me. It's like the best way to put it. You get that bready note. You get a little bit of those dried fruit characters in there. But it had like a butteriness to it, like almost like you get off bourbon, like that buttery note. A good buttery addition to some of that like bready and dried fruit characters. But into the finish, kind of like a bit of that like sherry spice, a little bit, maybe a little bit of barrel related impact. But that's like it. Finish was not terribly impressive. Quite a tasty palette, but not terribly impressive on the finish. There's a good intensity of flavor, right up in the attack in the mid palate. I actually had a little bit of a waning near the back palate. Now, if I remember the 12, the last time, I think we did the 12 blind is the last time I had the 12. And I got to remember, I'm going to write down right now. We need to fix the blind sample pool. Blind samples. Blind. We gotta get blind samples back in action this weekend. Blind sample. Okay. Yeah, mostly similar. Again, there's a bit of a creeping sweetness, but nothing too crazy. Again, a little bit bready. Almost feels like the bready kind of character out of like a rye whiskey a little bit. But yeah, a little bit bready. A little bit of those dried fruits still. Some sweetness. Hey, you. And there's a touch of that nuttiness. But yes, I'm growing like, what do we call that? It's like a darker sweetness, but it's not quite toffee. But yeah, there's definitely a growing sweetness, kind of like maybe brown sugar or something like that. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, Adria's here. Show everyone her butt. You're just as lewd as Mosley, really. You just do it live on camera. Do you want to give me some tasting notes, Kat? No, you always recoil when you smell this stuff. As you probably should. It's literal poison. Yeah. Oh. Oh, it's pretty good. Now, right when you swallow, some of that sweetness is there. Some of that spiciness is there. That, like, sherry-related dark spice. Call it, like, nutmeg today. But it's all, like, sherry-related notes on the finish. Not too many of them. Just like a little bit of that sweetness, a little bit of that spiciness. Finish is maybe like medium minus. Maybe just like a whisper of a oak character in the background. Yeah, I like that. So finish to me, not the strongest. Palette, pretty nice actually. and aroma is like pretty decent too. It's not, again, it's not knocking it out of the park. It's not doing that like emergent flavors, crazy aroma, but it has some good strong elements. Several of them had a little bit of a development into some sweet notes. Not really hunting for flavors at all. We're not like trying to find flavor. The only place we're trying to find flavor a little bit is on the finish. So I do like the nose, and I do like the palate, which is of course maybe different than the 12, which the 12 I think is, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just the percent alcohol in the 12. I don't know, but ever since I like did that blind sample of the 12, and I was like, man, this is a poor Irish whiskey. When I commented that way blind, and I felt that way blind, and I felt that way after I wasn't blind, you know, that means something. But this is not that. It's definitely hitting on the palate. That 12 didn't hit on the palate for me. Although again, like Loriander was saying when he was in here, is was it Loriander? Who was it? Oh, it was Mock. Mock was saying that the cask strength is maybe a good place to be. Which, based off of this one, which is slightly higher proof, man, a cask strength might be pretty damn good. So we'll have to look at maybe getting a cask strength 12. But this weekend we're shopping local for our community bottle picks. So we're not going to be ordering anything online for a little bit. What? Are you here to give us your opinion? What do you think? No, it's yucky. Yeah. All right, one more, and we'll talk about some numbers. And I also have to. I'm gonna be like 2 weeks behind in posting the reviews to Discord. I've been getting them onto YouTube at least, but Discord's been slacking because I have to like rewatch a little bit and like remember to what notes to write. But I need to do that this weekend so that we can have our top 50. Yeah, mostly the same in here. Yep. It's pretty much all what we're already thinking. All right. So from the top, let's talk about the aroma. So again, for me, some of that lighter and darker dried fruits are in there. Some apricot, maybe some raisin, maybe some like dried cherry, kind of a mix of dried fruits with a little bit of like brown sugar sweetness, a little bit of like bready characters in there, and a little bit of nuttiness. Kind of all around the same reasonable intensity. Nothing is like super duper loud. The fruits are probably the loudest, and the others are probably like down a notch. But that's about all we're playing with. It's pretty good. But not like the best ever. We'll call it 17. Let's talk about the palate. Palate actually has some pretty good, strong, expressive flavor. Again, some of those dried fruits are present. Kind of like what you get on the nose mostly is there. Some of that sweetness, those dried fruits, a little bit of breadiness. But there's an addition of a bit of a buttery flavor and maybe a little bit of spiciness. Pretty good intensity of flavor. Let's go with palate. We'll call it 18. So now onto the finish, which again is not my favorite part. I'm gonna call it medium, roughly medium minus in length. And again, it's mostly just some of that kind of like darker sherry, kind of like baking spice note, kind of like a nutmeg or something like that, with just a touch of that brown sugar sweetness, and like maybe an echoing of that oak character. And there's some spice right at the start. Very low amount, a little bit of sweetness. And then like a little bit of that like oak character is in there. And that's about it. You know, that's about it for me. And they're not, except for like that one spice note, they're not particularly loud for me either. Definitely finish for me is lacking. Finish to me is like 11. It's like really like help me. All right, so for texture, texture is pretty good. It's not overly watery. I'll call it a 6. 6 out of 10. And out of 15, my personal experience. So what can we say about this particular bottle? So while it is a sherried whiskey, it is not exactly how you would like receive a sherry bomb whiskey. It's not super duper raisins, figs, dates, super duper dark toffee, super duper dark baking spice kind of realm. It's not like got like that plummy jamminess either. You get some of those fruits on the lighter scale. There is some nuttiness about it, which is also pretty common with sherry. But the good thing I have to say about it is the fact that, despite the fact that you could say this is heavily sherried. It's a heavily sherried whiskey. But despite that fact, it doesn't come off as a heavily sherried whiskey, at least not to me. There's still some lighter characteristics about it that make it a little bit interesting. You still get some of the distillate in there, some of that bready character. Maybe if you had this at a higher ABV, kind of like the A'bunadh or something like that, maybe you wouldn't be able to get into some of those other non-sherry aspects because the sherry would be so loud. But at this particular proof, at least, you get some sherry mixed with some of the ways that this distillate presents that makes it unique. Some slightly lighter dried fruit, some of the like breadiness in there, and the palate is like pretty good for it being kind of a, again, 46% alcohol is pretty reasonable, but for it being non-age statement, you know, it had a pretty strong palate for me. I did like it quite a bit. So it's pretty good. How we give it out of 15 though? Is it unique enough? It's not like all other sherried, super sherried whiskeys. Now, again, it's an Irish whiskey, and it's a pot still whiskey, so that gives it a little bit of edge over maybe a completely sherried single malt whiskey. But it's not super duper doing anything that makes me want to reach for it all the time. But it is definitely unique in its own way. Let's give it 8. I like 8. 8 out of 15. I think it stands out. The standout option here. Pretty good, pretty good. So we add these together, we get 17 and 18 and 11 and 6 and 8 is 60. 60 out of 100, which is what we call good. It's a good whiskey. Good. Good. Not bad. A great showing, but not a great whiskey. Just a good whiskey. pretty good. Where does that put it? Where does that put it among our stars here? I actually don't know 100% because I'm missing a couple of whiskeys on here. It's probably around the top 20. That's not bad, you know. It scored the exact same score as Glendronach 12-year-old, if that gives you any barometer. And I love Glendronach 12-year-old. How did I give Glendronach 12-year-old a 60? That must have been objective. I love that. I love that bottle. 4 Red Banks out of 5, roughly. Yeah, not bad. Actually, not bad. I was really surprised on the palate of this one, actually, because after I had that experience with the Redbreast 12, I was like, maybe I'm like kind of off, you know? Maybe I'm kind of off. Like, the last time I had this one, man, I was so not impressed by the palate. I was so not impressed. I mean, this is triple distilled too. I didn't even think about the fact that this is triple distilled. Did I even write that in my notes? I should have. That's not written here. I should write it here. For some reason, I don't have it written. Yeah, it's triple distilled. And that's interesting that I didn't even think about the fact that this was triple distilled, and I still gave it a pretty good texture, which means it's somewhat of an objective metric. Although I do want to kind of just pour and drink a little bit of this 12 because I just want to see. Because I definitely had that blind experience where I was here and Mum was like, that's Redbreast. And I was like, man, if this is Redbreast, this is a poor Irish whiskey. And I just want to know, maybe it was just that day. I don't know. Maybe it was just that day. It was a blind sample. Maybe it was just that day. We'll see. Although I'm disappointed every time I pour this that this is colored, man. It's so dark. It's like the same color as this sherried one. Where's my piece of paper again? I'll have to get an official piece of paper. The sherried one's still darker, actually. Okay, I'm less disappointed. I just know that this one has E150 in it, and that disappoints me every time. Come on. Why you gotta do that? Every red breast that you buy is natural color except this one. It's like, come on, man. You're doing the right thing with every bottle except this one. It's not ready to nose yet. Well, you can tell just side by side that this this Lestal one is so much more sherried, man. There's so much like darker sweetnesses. So much darker fruitiness. This one's so much like lighter fruitiness. Yeah, definitely lighter, more like appley. More appley, more bready, less sweet. No. No. I stand by what I say. 12 sucks. Don't buy this one. Buy this one. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. It's just immediately obvious to me the palette is so much worse. At least for me. I don't know. I'm going to have to get this one at cask strength. Maybe that'll fix it. And I think, again, it's the curse, man. It's the curse of the 80 proof, 40% alcohol, I think. It's just... It's too smooth. It's too low in flavor. And it doesn't have to be cask strength. That's the thing. It's like these whiskeys don't have to be cask strength, but 40% alcohol is too watery. There's a few whiskeys that can get away with 40% alcohol. Like Glenfiddich is probably one of them. But most of these guys, I think as soon as you get 40% alcohol, it's just you lose the flavor. And this one, just at 46, there's so much more character in this bottle. And who even cares about the fact that this a Lestat sherry cask matured or whatever. I think it's just less water in the product. Now maybe at 40%, 46% alcohol, the sherry butts really kind of are strong enough that this is having a flavor boost from those, and maybe this mix is not the best, even if it was at 46, but maybe 15 is not bad. We could try the 15 and see if it gets much better. But man, the regular 12, that's not it for me. Get this one, get the Lestat, or try the cask strength. I haven't tried the cask strength, but I can speak for this one for sure. This one's better. The finish is like whatever, but the rest of it's pretty good. Yeah, maybe we'll try the cask strength and the 15. I'm the guinea pig around here, just for you guys. We'll try them all. We'll try cask strength and a 15. And an 18 and a 21. I gotta get a Bushmills to... I heard on the grapevine, cheap bottle though, I heard on the grapevine from some Irish whiskey connoisseurs that Bushmills Black Bush... I know what you're thinking. Bushmills Black Bush. It's like $40 around me. It's cheap as chips. Apparently it's pretty damn good. So I think I might pick one of those up on this weekend and see. When we get the other bottles, I'm going to pick up a Bushmills Black Bush. See how that goes over. There's Mike right there. Mike, where are you? Mike, where are you? It's wild to me that he hasn't been in here. It's wild to me. I've been streaming for over a year and he hasn't come and say hi at least once. Fucking Mike. Anyway. Tomorrow. I don't know. Tomorrow we'll play some games. That's for sure. Tomorrow I might release bottle shopping. The little last time I released that little vertical of me going bottle shopping, I'm gonna try to do a better job. I did a shit job that time, but it's a learning experience. Part of it is I don't want to like go in there and like talk to myself when there's a bunch of people around because I don't want to be that weirdo, you know what I mean? But I want to do a better job of like showing stuff with the camera, but also at the same time, I kind of felt like maybe my phone's camera wasn't the best. It obviously wasn't like professional, but I'll try to like hold it steadier or something, do a better shot this time anyway. And it felt like I was in there forever, but it was only like a few minutes. But we'll probably show more stuff, show more bottles that are around near me. We'll release another one of those into the inside scoops, or if you're a subscriber and you want the inside scoop, I'll release another one of those bottle shopping videos this weekend. When I go pick up the stuff that was voted on. What are we doing tomorrow? I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. We'll play something. We'll play something. We'll drink something. But thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you tolerating my random popping sounds that I'm sure we'll fix. We'll fix them. We'll sort them out somehow. Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's it. That's all. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you tomorrow.